are things that happen on the stage sometimes that are total surprises to me, and I've just learned over the years, just roll with it. And if they dish it out, I give it right back, and at the end of the night, we're all still friends. Even if they're like, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that like that. I'm like, dude, it is no problem. I do not care. I just think I love how you just came back at me. I'm like, I did. And of course the audience is laughing. It's funny to them, because none of us take it seriously. We're all just joking. Everything up there's jokes. I have one partner that gets up there and plays across from me. He just makes stuff up. He just talks. I'm like, what is he saying? And he'll just say, oh yeah, me and Pam were married back in the day, but we're divorced, we're married again. He's like, right, Pam? And I'm just like, oh yeah, sure. And of course I'll say sure, and then shake my head no, and of course kind of laugh about it, and the audience is just there's howling. He says some other things too, but the chemistry and me they're all like brothers to me now because I've been working with them so long. But the chemistry, it's very important. I think that's what makes a great show is when you know that your partner is trying to put on the best show they can, and you have the same goal in mind, and you just make it happen. I've had people ask me if I'm married to one of the guys that I play with. Like, are y'all married? Like, no. Like, I have a husband. He's got a wife. No, we're not married. They're like, well, y'all just seem to get along so good, and you two are just, y'all harmonize well together. And I'm like, no. My husband's over there working the door. He's a bouncer. He's not. No, that's not my husband.
As they say, he's your work husband.
Yeah, well, and their wives say the same thing. Well, I'm glad they got to work. He's got a work wife like you. Because they know there's nothing there. It's just they're like brothers to me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Speaking, earlier you said that you were talking about your kids. Do any of your kids play any instruments?
Yeah, my oldest son, he plays trombone. Of course, he's in college now, so he didn't continue that. My daughter was a percussionist for a while in band, and she decided she doesn't want to do it. They've all played piano. They all played piano when they were little. But she was playing in band. She's 17, and she was like, I don't like doing this, so I let her quit. My youngest son is probably the one that's most like me. He's 16. He doesn't remember how to play very well on the piano, but he's picked up bass. So he bought a guitar, and he learned a little bit of guitar, and now he plays bass, and he's pretty dang good. And he's wanting to learn, he's like, we have a drum set upstairs, and he's like, I want to learn to play drums. So he's been talking to my drummer of my band. He's like, hey, when you're over here, can you teach me how to play drums? And then my guitar player teaches him how to play bass. And he's got a little band. So he's got a buddy that plays guitar, and he's got another buddy that plays drums, and they get up and they rock Nirvana. So that 90s grunge stuff. And I'm like, well, if that's what y'all want to play. And he just loves it. He loves it. And he got a new bass for Christmas that we got him. And we put neon green strings on it, and he was just loving it. So I call him my old soul. He's got a 1970 Monte Carlo is what he drives. That's what he wanted, was an old car. My daughter wouldn't have anything less than a 2000. Yeah, if it was older than a 2011, she wasn't having it. She's like, no.
Yeah.
Youngest son, older the better.
Yeah, funny. I mean, funny you're making all these references because I was just I was listening to my my Alexa, and I was playing 90s alternative music all day before I hopped on. So yeah, no, they're obviously. Four Non Blondes was a song that they played. They played What's Up, and then obviously they played a lot of Nirvana. So kind of timely reference there for me.
Right.
But yeah, I mean it's great. Tell me, what's going on with the rest of the year for you? Obviously more singles coming out, more videos coming out. We're waiting for you to shoot the video for this current single. Tell me what's going on.
So the next single that I have coming out is called Giving a Damn, Don't Go With My Outfit. That should be releasing probably the end of April, beginning of May, and we're going to have, it's a pretty badass song, I'm just going to tell you. It's pretty good. I co-wrote that one with Dave Linehan and Melissa Lee, and pretty proud of that one. It's like a country rock song, but it's a very empowering, it's about a small town and how we don't care what you think. As an individual, being in a small town, I don't care what these little small town folks think, and that's kind of what the song's about. That's going to have a video with it, and then I have, I think, 4 more coming out after that. Straight Shooter, One Too Many, One More Last Kiss, Me Being Me. I think I got them all. I'm trying to think in my head, what else I got. Tomorrow night now I have an online show going on. If anybody's on Facebook, they can go to Yadaloo, which is Yadaloo, and we're doing a Sounds of Unity project. They do Sounds of Unity partnered with Yadaloo Music and Arts Festival here in Arkansas to put on like a live show once a month. And tomorrow night, me and two members of my band are going to be doing an acoustic set, mostly of my upcoming songs. So if you're into like original music and singer-songwriter kind of stuff, please tune into that. Because like I said, and it's Yadaloo, Yadaloo, and you could probably just search that on Facebook and it'll take you to that Yadaloo page. And then it starts tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Time. My band goes on at 8, so 10 Penny Gypsy is going to be on at 7, and we go on at 8 o'clock. So please check that out. That's coming up. Other than that, we've got the Delta Music Festival coming up in June. And what I'm hoping to do with Dueling Pianos is go back overseas and entertain the troops like I did before COVID. Or go, and also do cruise ships. So I love to travel. So I'm just wanting to get back to traveling and haven't been able to do it in a year now. And it's, so I'm itching to travel.
Yeah, I've had 10 Penny Gypsy on the podcast. I think 2 months ago. So
yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome. So yeah, it was great to be able to hear that they're doing this as well. So, and if you miss it on Facebook, if you go to the page, I'm pretty sure it'll be archived on there just in case if you missed it live. So make sure you guys definitely check that out as well. Where can people find you on social media?
So if you just go to my webpage, which is www.PamelaHopkinsmusic.com. And you go on there, all my social media links are there. My YouTube, my Vivo channel, my Facebook, Instagram is the same, at Pamela Music, at Pamela Hopkins Music, Facebook, singer Pamela Hopkins, Twitter, P Hopkins Music. I try to keep them all the same, but it's hard. They're like, that was taken. I'm like, how? But that's why I just direct everybody to my website, because all of the social media links are there. And when you pull up my website, like currently you're going to see a picture of me that says I'm officially nominated for Female Vocalist of the Year for the Arkansas Country Music Awards that are coming up. It's starting March 1st. They're going to start doing the voting. So if anybody starting here pretty soon, once you hear me sing, I would be so appreciative if you would place a vote for me once that opens up March 1st. But that picture is on my opening page, and I'll change that to the voting one when March 1st hits. But you can also join my fan club there, and people who join my fan club through my email, right there on that first page, you get to have any of my songs basically a day or two before they release, so you get first listen. And you get the story behind the song sent directly to your email, so you kind of are in a little exclusive group before it hits iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's a lot of information.
Well, I'm gonna say that first of all, good luck with the awards nominated award. Hopefully, you get the award. We've got there's other things I want to ask you, but I know we have a limited amount of time. Because, to mention that first of all, you were a cop, and also the fact that you like to travel a lot, we'll have to get that next time, maybe when one of the other singles comes out, maybe we'll get you back on the show and kind of, dig into a little bit that as well. But thanks a lot, Pamela, for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
You can check us out on social media at SWIV on Twitter and Somewhere in Vegas on Facebook. You guys can also check us out at SWIV Podcast, at SWIV Podcast on Instagram as well. You guys can listen and subscribe to Somewhere in Vegas on many of your podcast catchers, and you can even ask Alexa to please play Somewhere in Vegas, and it will do so as well. With that in mind, everybody, check out the new episodes. New episodes coming up every Monday and Wednesday as well. And make sure you guys check us out at home of Spreaker.com as well, and iHeartRadio and all the places you get your podcasts, even iTunes as well. So definitely check us out, subscribe, and thanks a lot for joining us. We'll be back next time here on Somewhere in Vegas.